Now it's time for Packer Bear talk, and I already talked a bunch about what I didn't like. So I'm gonna step away, and we're gonna go to Hype so he can talk about what he liked.
Yeah,
or didn't
in
like
my
about
smart
that
and
game.
dumb, I really wanted to talk a lot of dumb stuff about the Packers, so I like basically just didn't say a whole lot of anything. I was just like, I was holding it inside so that Derek could have Derek during the game, or sorry, Nick Beard during the game is texting. We're texting each other. He's very upset, and then you laid out this whole separate video where you're very calmly giving like therapy and like explaining what it is to be a Packer fan.
We'll try to link the video after this one, guys. But I was very mad during the game because I knew what LaFleur was doing. I knew what he was doing. I've seen it before. I just knew he was going to lose the game by not being aggressive and playing to not lose and falling right into the defense.
Well, this is my question. Okay, let's start off Packer Bear talk with this. We have these games where the Packers look like they're kind of asleep. Like, here's an example.
Yes.
Matthew Golden gets that big pass or near the sideline. He turns upfield. He's 5 yards from the line of the sideline. He literally could just run probably to the end zone with his speed, and he just goes out of bounds. And it's like, if you're focused and you're like, I want to win this game. This game is important to me. You're catching that ball, and your eyes are going to the end zone, and your body's going to carry you there. Instead, he's kind of just looking around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people made excuses like, oh, he's just trying to catch the ball. No, after you catch that ball, your focus goes to where you want to focus on. And he's just like looking around, and they're just like not focused. They're not concentrating on like, I want to win this game. What can I do to win this game? And they should have put the ball in Kraft's hands much more often, even though that pick was a throw to Kraft, but he just locked in on him and threw a dumb pick, right? But usually you go and you make these like, play actions, Kraft coming off the line where he's doing a slip block, out into whatever, and it looks good. But this game, it looked like every decision they make and everything they did just was not good. They were just trying. It was like desperation, catch up stuff. And in those games against the Lions and the Washington Commanders, it looks like they wanted to win those games. They were like, hey, I'm going to do this. It was like their focus was on getting to the end zone and scoring. And then they have these games where it just looks like they're just in practice.
Well, I would say this, Doug. I would say this, like in the second half of the Washington game, because we were pummeling them in the first half, LaFleur 100% took his foot off the gas.
Yeah.
He took his foot off the gas. And I think that kind of carried over to this game. And I think LaFleur, when he thinks that the game is quote unquote in hand, or at least they need to play conservatively, he goes so conservative. It boggles my mind because he's an offensive coordinator that wants to score, right? But like, he went super conservative in the Washington game. He went super conservative in this game. And my hope is that, I hoped he would learn after the San Francisco 49ers playoff loss. I hoped he would learn after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playoff loss. I hope he would have learned last year after we almost lost to the Bears. And maybe this year he'll learn. When you're up by a score or two, that doesn't mean you take your foot off the gas. You grind their face into the ground, you pee on them, then you get a match and set it on fire. Okay? Yeah. That's what the Lions do. Right? That's what the Chiefs will do. That's what the Baltimore Ravens or Buffalo Bills will do. You are supposed to, if you're up by 25 at halftime, you're supposed to win by 40, not by 20. Do you understand, Matt LaFleur? He just wants to win and walk out of there, and he's happy with a 20-point win, where a lot of these other coaches do not. That's not acceptable.
And that attitude probably carries on the team, too.
You have to win every half. You have to win every quarter. Do you know what I mean? You have to win every single point of the game. There is no taking your foot off the gas, and Matt LaFleur takes his foot off the gas, and he gets conservative, and he's not aggressive enough. The one time that he wasn't was in the Dallas game, and he throttled them, and we went forward on 4th and 5 when we were up by 17 points and got a touchdown. And you know what? Dallas came back and got 2 bullshit touchdowns, and that touchdown ended up being a big deal because it kept it a 2-score game at the end, right?
Yeah.
So like, this is why you throttle them. This is not high school football. You don't feel sorry for them and stop trying to score.
Right.
You try to score every goddamn time you have the ball and stop just running the clock out. Like, literally, he turns from the Sean McVay offense, and then they get up by 2 scores, and he pulls out the Marty Schottenheimer offense from 1993. And it's just disgusting to watch. And he does it all the time, and I'm so sick of it. So, sorry, Doug, this is your turn. I took over.
It's okay. But the thing is that, like, Matt LaFleur does a thing where it's my fault, and he starts doing this pointing thing, and I'm just like, are we just here to be nice guys? Oh, I'm the coach. It's all on me. This is football. step on their goddamn throat and be pissed and be like,
Thank
we need
you.
to play better.
Yes.
And like, yeah, as a coach, need to be better. But like, as players, you need to catch that ball and go to the end zone. You need to focus on what you want to do is winning the game, not just like, oh, I caught a pass. Now my job's over with. No, run the guy over, get in the end zone. That's why we were doing well in those games. People like Kraft would catch the ball, look for someone to run over. Look for a guy to punch in the face, right? That's what NFL football is. And that's why we were able to beat the Lions into oblivion, because we played like that and we played with our hair on fire, right?
Yeah,
and
they were angry.
You look at the Lions and they got woken up, and now they're doing that to other teams, right? Because they're like, oh, wait, we got punched in the face. We need to play like our hair's on fire. We weren't. And now they're doing that to other teams, right? They're beating up on the Ravens right now. So
I think, go ahead, Doug. Sorry.
Yeah, Dave is excited about this.
King Henry fumbled.
Oh,
he just lost 2 points. Now I'm up by 2.3.
Oh no, King
Just
Henry.
do not give it to the sun god, damn it.
Oh no.
Oh, they will, Dave. They will.
There's 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth.
Are you serious? And that's what happened in this in their last game. Henry fumbled and they lost.
Derrick Henry with the fumbles this year, man.
That's how it happened in the Bills game.
Yeah. He's got those long arms. He's a big dude. So, like, you know, he gets it out there and you get it at the right time.
On the sideline.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's something I mean, all NFL teams probably deal with these situations, but it's like if you're focused and talk about is winning Super Bowls, and you're like, we're the Green Bay Packers. We don't hang, banners here for like division wins or whatever. We hang Super Bowl banners in here. You better damn have your vision and your sight set on the end zone, scoring points and winning games like that, because even though we make fun of Aaron Rodgers for kind of being a jerk and kind of being on people on the field, I feel like maybe he did that because the rest of the team wasn't playing to the standard of a Super Bowl team, where it's like, you better get your ass in gear. What the hell are you doing? We're here to try to win games and win a Super Bowl, right?
And I think that was partly because McCarthy lost interest, according to some reports, and was lazy and just didn't have that fire. And this is what I worry about, is that fire. So he'll be a good barometer, because the first 3 weeks, random stuff happened, right? Like I said, if you told me we were going to be 2-1 after these first 3 games, I'd be extremely happy with that. We're going to Dallas. Dallas just got boat rocked by the Bears, which, Dave, you'll get your chance in just a second. Okay. So Dallas just got absolutely rocked by the Bears. If we go into Dallas and we don't whip the crap out of them, because remember, this is Micah Parsons coming home, so he's going to be angry, right? And Dallas is terrible. If we are up by 10 points in the third quarter and we start running the ball and playing conservative again, I'm telling you right now, we are not winning a playoff game this year. I'm telling you right now, we are not winning a playoff game this year until Matt LaFleur learns to be vicious. He has to learn to be vicious. If we're up by 10, we try to be up by 17. If we're by 17, we try to be up by 24. And then once you're up by 24 with 2 minutes left, then yeah, sure, go to the Marty Schottenheimer offense. But not until then. Not until the 2-minute warning. You try to score on every damn possession and stop pretending like this offense is from the 90s.
The Bears did give us a blueprint, Derek. Just throw flea flickers, do anything. Start
throw
throwing the
wide
ball
open
around.
guys.
Just start letting loose.
Honestly,
pick any play you want.
Guys.
Dude, Matt Eberflus, I saw the thing that you texted, Dave, was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Eberflus finally unlocks Caleb Williams' potential by letting him play his own defense, right? Because there was wide open guys everywhere. All 4 of his touchdowns, they caught it, and there wasn't a Cowboy within 10 feet.
And
I'm like, what
he
is going
practiced
on?
against the Eberflus defense, right, last year, so he probably felt comfortable. He probably felt good.
And Ben Johnson was getting crazy because they desperately needed that win, all those crazy plays. So, I liked it. All right.
And
so
this was also the weekend of coaches just going crazy and celebrating on the sideline too, right? Like Ben Johnson
100%.
and everything. Yep.
Dude, so Dave, what did you think about the Bears game? Dave, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, not feeling it. Didn't think anything changed.
Well, we spent all of the capital get interior offensive line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Ben Johnson, what his strength was for the Lions was the run game. So we went out, we got the best center available, we got the best guard available. The other guard seems like he's going to be a bit of a bust. So we tried running it, asserting the run, 29 carries for only 87 yards. So that's 3 yards per carry.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, right. So that's where it's nice. We got those big chunk plays and everything else. Rome had a chance at a second touchdown. Caleb threw it to him. He was just inside of the end zone, and then I don't know if the ball got tipped, but it had a real awful wobble like a duck. So Rome got hit in the back. Right, if it would have been a spiral, he would have caught it and held on to it. But because of, he had to move his hands like this, we still wound up getting 4 touchdowns. That was the craziest flea flicker, just because he throws the ball and it felt like it was 10 feet in the air. When you see Swift, lob it back, I'm like, what are you doing? And then, Caleb just throws it flat-footed, 62 yards downfield, hits Burden in stride. He didn't have to adjust or anything. It was just a dart right there, and just like, okay, that's why we drafted him, just for that arm talent. But it was more, okay, this is the Cowboys defense is terrible more than it was the Bears looking good. I saw, on some of the Bears websites out there were like, hey, is our season saved? It's now when we turn the corner. I'm like, simmer down. This is supposed to happen. Eberflus, his defense is designed so that way, strong zone, and then you are able to get pressure with the 4-man rush. They don't have any rushers.
Nope.
So that's one of the big problems for Dallas. You got Kenny Clark, that helps in the run game, but that doesn't help with the pass rush. Yeah, Eberflus is running zone 89% of the time. He only ran man 11%. So historically, when you had Dan Quinn there, he blitzed a fair amount. Last year they blitzed a fair amount, and they ran a better ratio of zone to man. But with Flus, he's going to run a cover 2 every single time. You ain't got the pass rush for it, so that makes it real easy. You're like, okay, 15 to 20 yards on either sideline, and then you also have right in the middle, where the holes are going to be. The Cowboys are the first team to not sack Caleb Williams.
Whoa. I didn't even realize that. Whoa.
So when I heard that said, I'm like, oh man, I'm so sorry, Cowboys fans, but you're Cowboys fans, so